When you released the 2 audio calls, you did the one release where you did them together and added the commentary, then you released them separately. I told you I've been in communication with everybody. TJ sent me the full phone call. With TJ. Why didn't you release the full recording?
I was going to release the full phone call the next day, by the way, after I got arrested. I'd already said I was going to release it.
Because there were like 3 minutes that I thought the 3 minutes that were left kind of added a little bit of a different perspective.
No, the last 3 minutes of that call were basically him pretending that the FBI is in the building. That's what it was. If you listen to that call, it was him pretending that the SEC, the IRS, and the FBI are doing some kind of investigation on me. And I knew for a fact that they weren't doing that because I knew people in the building that were telling me these people are not actually in the building. It was just some lawyers and trying to make it sound like I'm in some kind of giant amount of trouble, which is their narrative. That's what they're trying to pretend like, is that I'm this big problem and that all of these people are in the building. I was going to have AJ release it the next day. And I was going to have AJ do a reaction and tell you the reality of what was going on in the building as these lies were being told in real time by TJ. So I think that's really the story here. And that was the only reason I didn't release those, and I was going to release it. And plus, like, I didn't feel like it was really relevant to what I was saying, but I'm not scared of those last 3 minutes. It doesn't help them. It doesn't help them.
For transparency. For transparency purposes, would either you or do you care if I release it?
I'm going to say I cannot tell you what you can or cannot do. I would say that my lawyer does not want me releasing anything.
Okay.
Going forward.
Now, if in theory I was to release it, would this cause some kind of issue between me and your relationship?
Rice, you are an independent, autonomous person. And I support your right to do whatever you feel like doing.
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
Can I merge Dave in real quick?
Yeah, sure.
1 second. All right. He called me back. He's on the other line. I'm about to merge us together now.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me, Ben?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got Dave here too.
Good. Okay. Hello, Dan. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to do the any kind of in-person meeting today, just because of the nature of the whole situation. There's just too much, going on, and I don't know what the heck is real and what's going on. I don't know who to trust. I know I want to talk to you. I know you wanted to talk to me. I don't know, but I assume nobody wants to be in this situation. And yeah, so I wanted to talk with you. I mean, I saw your thing. Your non-negotiable is not separating. So I don't, I just want to hear where your head's at, man. I think.
Are you against that?
I mean, yeah, I have to be. I have to separate, man. We have to go at this point. It's not, there's too many lines that have been crossed. You and I have to go our separate ways. Not out of malice. Like, I still want the best for you, and you and I have to be separated.
Well, why can we not talk? Because what do you mean by you don't know what's real? Because that's the whole thing here is you and I haven't talked, so neither one of us know what is real, and so because of that, I believe that we're both being led in a certain direction by Carlos. I mean, let's just name it. He threatened to kill me. I don't know if you know that. He absolutely threatened to murder me. He told my wife that he's extorting me. If I did not pay him $3.2 million, he was going to put me under the concrete. And then he said it to my wife. And then he said, when I called him on it, because we have it recorded, he said, no, I meant put you in prison. That's what I'm facing. And I'm not facing prison because I haven't done anything wrong to face prison. But I'm facing reputationally the fact that everything is being held against me right now. And I don't know what's I don't know if the problem is between you and me. The problem seems to be a third party that has taken over our building and our business. And if you are siding with that party, then I guess you have to be involved in it. And that's why I wanted to talk away from everybody else, because I don't know what you're operating under. You and I have not gotten to talk.
I know, and it's this what I'm operating, where I'm at, Ben, at this point, and it's my hands are tied. I don't know where the heck Carlos stands on stuff. I have no idea either. He's all over the place.
Yeah,
I can't.
Well, he blackmailed me for the Lamborghini.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that.
And you said you didn't even know about that.
No, I don't.
He told me that you knew about this for sure, and that there's some kind of lawsuit in the building against me from for humping Nick DeMondi or something like that. And Jack came back apparently, and Jack brought a bunch of lawyers to the building, and because of that, he needed the money that you were asking for the money in order to pay off these lawsuits.
No, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about any of that. About what Carlos is telling you about it. What I can tell you is that when the attorneys came and people started making statements, I was shocked at the stuff that started coming out. And at this point, everything that I'm doing is, and I know it may not feel that way, is I still care about you and your long-term interest and taking care of your family. I care about Bethany. I care about your kids. I care about you as a person. I don't want to see you in any kind of long-term trouble, but at this point, you and I can't continue.
But what does that mean? But what does that mean? Like, since this began, everything has been vague. And that's how I don't know what's real and what's not real. I have no idea what's real and what's not real, because basically the way that I look at this for 100% is that, like, I'm being blackmailed and extorted. Like, all of this stuff are threats. These are all threats that have been made towards me. Hold on, let me turn this stupid thing off. How do I turn this off? I don't know how to turn this off.
I don't know any threats or extortion. All I know is, from my communication with you, I got backed into a corner where there was really only one option as far as, what we could do legally. And, you were attacking me for weeks,
I mean, I wasn't attacking you for weeks.
You know what I mean.
Where I said, and everything that I said was true.
You were attacking. No, I'm saying you were attacking me here, over text, over voice.
It wasn't for weeks,
a week.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
you made it very. Sorry, Dave. Yes.
TJ, and then I want to interject something, but go ahead, TJ.
All right, I was just basically. You made it very clear that there was you and I were not going forward. We were not moving forward. We were done. We were separating. You made that very clear, and you communicated to me, and I didn't, and you knew that I didn't really want that, right?
Okay.
And I had no choice. And this has gone way further than anything I ever would have thought. This is way out of my hands, way out of my control. This last week or 2 weeks was the most stressful, other than my divorce. That was the most stressful week of my life. I am at my wit's end. I'm scared, and I know you are. That's why I'm talking to you right now, and I'll be honest with you. The reason I can't talk to you right now is because of what the council is, and I still am talking to you because I care about you as a human and as a person, and I don't want any of this, man. And once it started, yes, this is much bigger than me. And what I can't I'll tell you very specifically what I can tell you. They're conducting an internal investigation to make sure that the company doesn't have to do any kind of self-reporting to any kind of government agencies or anything like that. I don't know what the result of that is going to be. Right now, and the sooner it stops, the better for everybody. I think is what they're telling me. But they're also telling me I can't tell you specifically what's going on. because it's illegal. So I don't know what the fuck. And then I got Carlos saying all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, DJ, let me interject something. So Ben, you're maybe hearing that for the first time. So hopefully you can appreciate the counsel given TJ, and indirectly to you and me is the timing of this meeting today is not for today. Now, maybe down the road there's mediation, which I am a believer in because God's word's real clear. Don't take things to the court between brothers in Christ. But that aside, the counsel right now TJ's given is not to have the meeting and not to have conversations until they finish up with their due diligence. And that.
Well, I understand that, but TJ and I are the owners of the company, and we have the ability to pull all this back.
Well, that puts handcuffs on TJ and it puts handcuffs on you right now, unfortunately. And so,
Can I ask?
Appreciate the difficulty of the situation, but TJ's got to take the trust of the council at this point.
Can I ask what you want, Ben, out of this? Like, what is? Because all I want at this point, and I'll be honest, is peace. You know, I don't hate you. I don't want to be mortal enemies of yours. I don't want, I want to be able to move forward with my life, and you move, and not see devastation for all of us. I mean, this is, I know this is hard for you. I know this is terrible for you. I know, I can't imagine what your last week or two have been like either. I can feel for that. I don't want that for you, and I don't want it for me. Like, I want to move on in peace, live my life, have a family, I don't.
Yeah. Well, that's what's so frustrating to me is, in the very beginning of this, all that I asked was that Justin move downstairs. That was it. That was the ask. Justin moves Vumio to a nice office. We make it incredible downstairs. And it makes sense because there needs to be some separation between me and them anyways. So that's all that had to happen. And you and I could have eventually worked it out. We could have eventually figured it out. Eventually. There could have been a time where we would have been tense and things would have been good.
Yeah, but Ben, that's not what...
I wasn't going to remove you. I was never going to remove you.
But that's not what you told me.
Hold on. Let me just finish real quick.
Yeah, I understand.
Is that when we were in the office and we had the big blow-up, okay? We had the big blow-up between the two of us. The fact is that even then, well, first of all, before then, I was willing for us to work it out in some way. Like, I was willing to let you come into work and do your job, and we could operate, and our personal lives are going to be out of it. And so the point here is that it was after the blow-up, things went to like a much, much different level. But the whole time, all I was going to do was buy you out and give you a nice offer. Or I didn't even care about that, TJ. You could have stayed owner. And this is still on the table. I would like to throw this out. This is still on the table. If you just step down from day-to-day operations and just basically retire, go to your house, collect your money, pursue whatever you want to pursue. I know you enjoy being at home with your wife and your kids, and you still will get to keep a third of the money, and I will run the entire thing, and there will be safeguards put in place. Your dad cannot be the CFO. I won't even fire your dad. Your dad can move to a different position if he wants to keep his job. Like, that's all that we had to do, and we can still come to that agreement, and you get the same amount of money you were going to get before. We can keep the stake deal. I'm willing to concede that. I'm willing to give you all your money, and we don't even have to legally separate. We can just do it in a way to where we end all the lawyers, we end everything. We close. You have the power to do that. We're the owners. We can tell people to stay out of our building. Like, the lawyers are not in charge. They don't have. They're only representing us legally. They're not criminal lawyers or civil lawyers. So it's easy for us to cancel all this, and you get the best of both worlds. You get you get all of the money in the state deal. Everything comes back. Everything comes back.
Yeah, Ben, but I think we're way over those lines. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We're way past that because it's not. This isn't about money. This isn't even about me. This isn't. We're way.
TJ and Ben, I'm sorry for interjecting, but TJ, the counsel given to you, if I understand it correctly, we're probably.
Say that again, Dave.
I'm saying the counsel given TJ right now, because of what he shared with you, other investigations going on to make sure things are above board with legal dynamics of running a business. TJ's hands are handcuffed as yours are, in a sense. I mean, so there's some other things at play here, Ben, unfortunately, that the conversations you're having right now, TJ, my counsel to both of you guys is end this phone call.
Okay, well, I can do that. And Ben, I want you to know I love you. I don't know if you believe that or not, but I do. And this breaks my heart. All of this.
Are we saying there's a criminal investigation right now?
I can't say.
We don't know.
Well, I don't know.
It's an investigation.
Yeah, and I don't know if
I think it's just fair to say that your counsel is saying because of information, there's an investigation of due diligence
to protect the company,
sure,
and to protect the company and anything that happened up until this point, and everybody that's in the company, myself, and Ben included, anybody that was operating within the company up until recently. And
we're all under investigation, you're saying?
No, I'm just saying the company is doing an internal investigation, and that's all I can say. And they do feel like we can still talk and still mediate, but they wanted to do it in the right setting with right people present, all that sort of, like counsel present, that sort of stuff. So, like, we can maybe that's tomorrow. I don't know.
That to be determined.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Ben, you're hearing my heart. I care for you. I care for TJ. I care for stewarding this situation as wisely as possible with biblical principles, as well as legal principles, and so both of you got to accept the fact. Okay, we got some handcuffs on us until an investigation's completed.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate your help. I love you. I love you, Ben. Hopefully we can talk again soon.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely like to talk. I'd like to talk more whenever you can.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for understanding, Ben.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bye, guys.